As it known, the marble facing, marble decorations, and furnishings of the Colosseum were taken away over many years, but some elements have still been preserved. Now they are found everywhere in the Colosseum. If you walk around it, you can stumble upon many elements. Many of them are made simply magnificently. It's almost impossible to find any traces of processing, unless time has worn these beautiful examples down. Of course, many of them were used by people as tombstones. There are few of them left here broken. Only occasionally we can find simply gorgeous elements. Of course, these are only fragments of the decoration that was here long time ago. Beautiful elements apparently from the ceilings, a corner element with a mounting hole. These are literally grains of that rich decoration that adorned the Colosseum when it was originally built. This is apparently also an element of the ceiling. Naturally, there were a lot of ceilings here, and over the centuries, every self respecting person in Rome tried to steal a piece of the Colosseum and build it into their home. We can see that even the bathtubs were well made, but not perfect. Perhaps this is already a Roman work. The Romans also used marble, and not only as sarcophagi. These baths were also used simply for washing. Obviously, all these elements had already been found here during excavations of the donjons, because everything else had long ago been stolen. Here is another beautiful element of the capital, already worn out by time, and with 5 connecting internal recesses. Nearby, an ancient staircase has been preserved, a Roman work. Now you can't longer walk on such a staircase. It's made from bricks mixed with Roman concrete. And this is apparently a later work. You can see traces of a chisel. This was already the Romans trying to redecorate the Colosseum. And next to the Colosseum, there is a small place where you can find different pieces of marble, remains of capitals, columns, everything that was taken from the Colosseum. This looks like a ceiling fragment. What thickness! It turns out there were marble ceilings. Perhaps these are the same elements that made up the floor. Yes, then it must have been very powerful. If we believe that these gods were from 3 to 4.5 meters high, then they were probably quite heavy. So the floor should be appropriate. Here is a piece of preserved metal which was melted from here. It flowed inside and somehow held the structure together. But this is not a very high quality example. And this is a gorgeous example. And again, these are traces of some mechanism which were then partially polished and excess was removed. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous specimen. It's just fantastic. Amazing. But this is not the same, although it's also the same instrument. But here the stone is worse preserved. And there is also gorgeous, already restored by the Romans with mortar. And these elements already broken by the time. But this is not a luxurious. This is a hand tool. Not very good at all. For comparison, a terrible chisel and a mechanism, and yet gorgeous processing. Oh, what a fine elements. This is a drill. 100% drill. A perfect hole. And a gorgeous ceilings with excellent processing and what smooth surfaces. Yes, it's like ceiling tiles, only waiting tons. And how skillfully done. Sure, the petals have fallen off, but that's how it was originally. It's just incredible. How did they do it? This is already factory production with precise dimensions, and it fits perfectly and somehow hangs. There are probably some fasteners on the back. And such ceilings were apparently in the Colosseum, and maybe in some other buildings. And this is pure marble, quite a fragile material. Again, these some traces of some mechanism. And this was already knocked by people. Here is a chisel work, and someone wrote a clumsy inscription. And here is a chisel too. And this is already cheap. Yeah. Gorgeous examples. Found in 1960. They mow the grass here and everything flies right onto these gorgeous, I would say, museum exhibits. Yes, well, it's okay. They have stood for thousands of years and will stand for a long time to come. And here is another gorgeous ceiling element from the arched ceiling. This is the ceiling that is completely missing from the Colosseum. And here it is again, but upside down. It's pity they didn't turn it over. And this element was located on the columns. And how many exhibits are here? And no one walks here, only museum walkers. And thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel to see new discoveries.